How is it going, guys? My name is Stephen, and this is a video tutorial on how to process the data you have in your AWS S3 service. And so what I'll be doing is using Spark within I'll be using Spark within AWS EMR to process the data within S3, basically like reading the data as a data frame and writing the data back to AWS S3 service. So without further ado, let's get started. So I already created the EMR that I'll be using. So this is my cluster. So if you haven't created yours, you can just type on create a cluster and it will take you to this page. So here you have option for different applications you can specify. So if you want to use Hadoop or HBase with Hadoop and like other applications, you can specify which one you want to use. In my case, I want to use Spark, so this is the one I will specify. Here the type of instance you want to use and the number of instances. In my case, I want to have two cores, I want to two nodes. So one will be the master node and the second one will be the core node. So I will say two. That is just for my the work I want to do. So it depends on what you want to achieve, basically. So moving on, I have my own key pair that I already created, so I'll choose this one. So basically, when you want to use EMR service, you have to have like EC2 key pair. So if you don't have one, you can learn how to do that here. And so basically you have to download your EC2 key pair and in your local system, so that will allow you to SSH into EMR cluster. So I'll just like leave everything here as default and click create cluster, but I already done that, so I don't need to create a new cluster. So this is my cluster. I'm just going to go into it. So basically, when you want to SSH into your cluster, this is what you do. You go to the master public DNS. So it will allow you to connect to the master node using SSH. I'm using Linux, so this is the instruction for Mac or Linux operating system. So all I have to do is just copy this command here. If I copy it, I can go to my local system terminal, right? Let me say I want to open a new terminal, and what I want to do is go to the directory where my EC2 key pair is located. So that is in downloads directory. So if I press ls, so this is my EC2 key pair, right? This is the file. It has to be .pem. So if I paste the SSH command I copied, since my EC2 key pair is in the same directory where I'm executing this command, I'll just just write the easy to keep here file name, just write it like this, and so that's all I have to do. I just press enter. So now you can see I have connected to EMR cluster. So what I can do here is use a Spark shell. I want to use a Spark shell. So now it's starting Spark, alright. So since I want to work with S3, I just go to S3. Let me type S3 here. So this is S3 service. Okay. Okay, I'll just go to S3, right? And so this is the bucket. The bucket I want to work with is this one, Stephen Laye bottle 3 buckets. So if I go into the bucket, and this is the CSV file I want to work with, so I'll just this is my bucket name. So what I need to do is go into my Spark shell, which is this one. So it's giving me the Scala. Now I can work with Scala using this shell. So if I type df equal to spark dot read dot formats. The file format is CSV, and dot actually just say dot load. Since I'm working with S3, I'll type S3 colon 2/6, and the bucket name is Stephen. This one, Stephen bottle 3 bucket. Bottle 3 bucket, and the file name is 100 rows.csv. So it should be able to read that file now as DataFrame. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting some error here. So let me check. Okay, what's going on here? Stephen. Okay, I made a mistake here. It should be Stephen Aye. Aye. Hopefully that will work. Yeah. So now if I type df.show, it should display. As you can see now, I've got the data in the CSV, the C100 rows, the CSV as data frame. So what I could do here is what I could do here right now is basically add a schema to this data instead of having C0, C1, C2, I can create I can add a column to each of these group of data. So what I could do is import org.apache dot spark dot sql dot types. So I want to use like struct type, integer type, string type. So I will import everything, and also I want to use some functions. So I will import everything. There you go. So I can now create a data frame, data schema equal to new struct type dot add. I want to use add instead of struct feed. The column name for the first one, let me give it id, and it's going to be integer type, and dot add again. The column name for the second one, let's see, let me just give it text, and it's going to be string type, and dot add again. The third one, what column name can I give? This look like names. Okay. Let's see, I've got 9 columns. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it should be 10 columns. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, data schema. Okay. What I'll now do again is read the data again. So if I read this data again, right? Okay, so if I write var df2 instead of df1, df2 equal to spark dot read dot format. The format is going to be CSV. Dot schema, because I want to add schema right now, so I'm going to specify the data schema. Now I want to load it, so it's going to be S3 Stephen Laye 3 bucket. The next one is 100 rows.csv. So if everything goes well, it should show me the schema, right? Let's see. That is it. So now we have ID, text, name, score. Now what I want to do is basically write this new data frame to S3 bucket, right? So what I will do in this case is use df2 dot write dot format. The format I want to use is packet format. Packet. That is another file format you can use. It's basically mainly optimized for like Spark. So if I write packet dot partition by, so using partition by, it's like I'm grouping the data by a particular column. So I use partition by, I want to group it by the names. So So if you use partition by, when you query the data, it's quicker. You know, it has like a better speed when it comes to querying the data. So partition by name. Then I want to save it to it's going to be S3 Stephen here bottle 3 buckets and the name I want to give it is 100 rows df. So if everything goes well, it should save the packet file in the directory that I specified. So I think everything is fine. Now I'll go ahead and have a look at my bucket here. So I'll just refresh. So let's see. So if I scroll down, that is it. So this is my packet file I saved from EMR Cluster. So if I click on it, you will see that I partitioned the data by name, right? So as you can see, it has done that. So it has partitioned the data by each name within the data. So this is Aaron Bergman, Adrian Heng, Alan Barnes. So it just like provide the list of the partition of that data. So what I want to do next is read the data from this pack. So if I write var df3 so what I want to do basically is, I want to read the data spark dot read dot, because the data is in packet format. I'll specify the format as packet and dot load. Just specify the file directory where it is located, including the file name. So I'll just paste it there. So now it should read the data for me. Why? So this is stage 4. It's got about okay, I just write df3 dot show. So basically you get the same data, but the thing is now the data are partitioned, right? So what I want to do is query the data. You see how query it is to query it. So in order to query the data within Spark, you have to create a temporary table, like a temporary view. So to do that, you use this is the data I want to query. It's a df3, right? Use df3 dot create or replace temp view. The name I want to give is 100 rows. That would be my table name. So okay, I think I made a mistake. It should be df3, not d3. df3. Okay, what I'll do next is write a SQL query. In order to do that, I have to use a spark.sql method to write a SQL query within Spark. So that will be select everything using the word card from the 100 rows, which is this one. There's the table name, 100 rows. and where name equal to, let me see, what name can I give? Okay, where name is equal to birth page. Let's see. Well, okay. Because so another point I want to another thing I want to make you aware of is because we partition the table by name column, right? So what it's doing here is grouping the name in the same group, as you can see. So that is the beauty of partitioning a data by a specific value. So when name equal to and or bet let me see, use bet page so if I just use the show, okay, I think I made a mistake somewhere. So let's row all from 100 rows. Yeah, okay. So the reason I'm getting that is have a there's some quotation mark there, so I need to get rid of it. So the first time, right, it's taking a bit of time. So this is the column, basically the data that has name equal to birth page. If I do another one and ask to give me the one that has a name of Annie Cyprus, I don't know, is that the right pronunciation? Annie Cyprus or Cyprus. Okay. CYPR. I think that's the correct spelling. Yeah, so if I click enter, you can see how quick it's now showing me this name, right? Yeah. Okay, Dorothy Wadu, or this one as well. So yeah, basically that is how you can do it. What I can do is use I can use Spark Submit. I've got like I've got a job here, right? This is one of the codes I've written, and I've also corrected the jar file for this code. So you could also do something like this and submit your upload your jar file to S3. As you can see, I have my jar file in S3. Let me go back. So so if you have your jar file in S3 like this, this is the jar file I uploaded, so I can just copy it, right? What is copy? Okay, copy. So if I copy that one and I can open a new terminal, this is a new terminal for so you have to basically SSH to the cluster in order to get a new terminal. So what I could do here is use Spark Submit to submit the jar file. Spark Submit. The class name is, in order to get the class name for your application, so it has to be So if you use package, right? If you use package within your application, by the way, I'm using IntelliJ Idea. So this is my application, right? And I've used package called Process S3. If I scroll up, right, you see my package name, and this will be my class name. So this is basically my class name. So I'm going to specify that. So it's going to be process 3, process S3 dot process data. That's my package name. That's my class name. So the next thing I need to do is specify the directory to that file. In some case, if you don't have the configuration within your code, you can specify the configuration when you are submitting your application, like deploy mode is cluster, the master is yon, something like that. So, but in this case, I'm just going to specify the class name and just specify the directory to the jar file within my S3. So that is going to be S3. I think yes, different like bottle 3 buckets, and I think I copied the jar. If I paste, yes, so that's my jar. First, I think it's the jar file is within the jar directory, jars, and yes, so that is it. If everything goes well, it should submit the application. Okay, it's just running. It's running, so I hope everything goes well. So as you can see, my application has run. So if you have a look at my code here, right? This is my code, and this is what I did. So I create a data frame based on S3. The data within S3. This is my zip code, the data I'm reading. So what I did here is show the data frame in. So when I show the data frame, right, it showed me the overall data frame, everything within the CSV file. So the next thing is I select some column from that data frame. So the record number, zip code type, state, latitude, longitude, then I show it again. So that is what it's giving me here. So as you can see, record number, zip code type, state, latitude, longitude. So that is basically what it's doing there. So it's basically run the application successfully. So basically that is how you can submit your jar file using you can submit your Spark job within your EMR cluster. Also, that's basically how you can how you could just read the data within your S3 and also write data to your S3 and basically do any type of processing you want to do with your EMR cluster. So basically what you do next is once your application has finished, what you have to do next is go ahead and terminate your EMR cluster because all the job you want to do is done. So that is it from me, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. If you find this video helpful, leave a comment, give a like, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Any suggestion is welcome, and any opinion is welcome as well. Once again, thank you for watching, and have a good day.